What's up, y'all? This is Mary Nicole. I'm going to be answering questions so you guys can get a little feel of me more, so y'all going to thug it out with me.
What made you fall in love with hip hop?
So, my confession is I honestly like R&B better than I like hip hop because I grew up in a very musical family. My stepmother was a choir director and my dad was a pianist, and we always had to sing in the choir. Of course, I gravitated more towards, R&B and songs with ballads. But it wasn't until, because I have older brothers, so of course they was listening to, the Pacs and the Biggies. So I was really intrigued by it. So once I heard that, it kind of opened my eyes and my ears to, a different side of music, which is hip hop. So that kind of made me fall in love with it. So I guess I can give kudos to my big brothers, I guess.
So, what really fueled you to become an artist yourself?
Well, I was writing a lot. I always loved to write. I did used to write a lot of poems, but it wasn't my zhuzh. So I started turning my poems into songs. And when I would turn them into songs, it would be R&B songs. But I seen that hip hop, I can express myself a little more and way better with my words. So I always pretended like I was an artist since I was like, I'd say like 7, 8 years old. But I would never want to, perform in front of anybody. Like I would be in my room doing my own thing because since I'm such an introvert, I don't like the attention. So it wasn't, I guess it helped me get better with my pen game. And eventually I turned into the artist that I am today. I guess you could say. Pretty darn good, if you ask me. Yeah, no.
So, were there any obstacles in your way that made you almost second guess being an artist?
There was a lot of obstacles in my way. Cause first of all, let's start it. I'm just gonna tell the truth. I'm black. Let's start it there. Second of all, I'm a woman. Third of all, hip hop is definitely a male driven sport. I call it a sport, and they look at you different when you're a female trying to be a hip hop artist. But I never let that stop me. At first, it did discourage me like a lot, but I never let it stop me. I always kept going, and even when I didn't get the support from others, like I still had to just keep going because it's just something I wanted to do, and music is like my therapy, so I had to get it done one way or the other.
So not having your biological mother in your life, do you think it hindered yourself and your viewpoints?
As a woman in music, it is hard to not have that example as a woman to write about certain viewpoints that women think about, because I was normally around nothing but dudes. My viewpoints will be the same as the dudes I was around, whether it was my brothers, whether it was my friends. I guess I would say maybe not having my biological mother in my life kind of messed. I don't want to say messed it up. I don't want to say that. I came out the way I came out, so it's just what it is.
Okay. What was everyone's first reaction to you when you first started rapping?
Cause okay, I was really quiet like in school. Like I was not in no mess. Like I'm allergic to messy shit. Like I don't fuck with messy shit. And in school, I was always to myself. I had my select friends, and then like be to myself, I guess. I was not a loser. I don't care what nobody say. So all the popular kids would be in the front. I would always walk to the back and walk home. And, I don't know, I just always kept to myself. My friends didn't know nothing about me liking music, writing music. And I don't know, just one day I think this is when I was writing Season Heart 1, and I was done writing it. And I told my husband, I was like, all right, babe, I need to start booking studio time. And he was like, studio time, like for what? And I was just like, well, I'm trying to rap. And like once I told him that, like he was just like girl, you can't rap, like. And he was laughing. Even when I told my friends too, like they just didn't believe it. So when I finally went to the studio, and then I had to show my music just so I can get an opinion, like if it was trash, if it was, okay, if it was good. I guess they was like, I don't want to say blown away, but they was shocked, like, because they didn't expect, that from me. So I remember I showed one of my friends, and I had took her to the studio with me, and she was like, she knew nothing about me doing music. And so when I took her to the studio, she was already lost that I took her there with me. And I got in the booth. I think I did the song Catch Up on Season Heart 2. And she was and I hopped out the booth, and she was like, Mary, like, what the hell? Like, you've been living a double life. And I was just like, no, this is just, my outlet, my therapy is what I do because I'm not a very good, effective communicator. So I go to the booth and just let it out, and then go back home and get back in my little shell. But yeah, they was shocked. Their first reaction of me doing music, they was kind of shocked, honestly.
How important is it to have a supportive team around you?
A lot of people say that they can do a lot on their own, but that's not true. You definitely need to have a supportive team. Whether it's just you and another person, whether it's you and a group of people, you can't have anybody on your team that's trying to be competitive with you, because you're not going to get things done. You can't have people on your team that that become envious or jealous of you, because you're not going to get shit done. You definitely have to have that genuine support, and it goes all ways. Just like they support you, you're supposed to support them. So I would say having a team is very very important, but make sure you get the right people on your team, because you can also have unhealthy people on your team, and it just one bad apple can mess up the whole zhuzh. So you gotta be swift.
What is your goal for your music?
So my goal for my music, my plan is to only do, I might just pull a Lauryn Hill on people and just do one album and just do it one and done. Because there's other things I want to venture off to, but I mean, you never know. I could easily, I'm a woman, so I'm allowed to change my mind. So I might change my mind and, keep doing it, but I do want to venture off to, other things. But my goal is to show women, not just women, but I don't want to say just women, show people that it's okay to be yourself and follow what you believe that, you can do, like follow your dreams. It sounds dumb and cliche, but if you really put your mind to do what you really love to do, you never know where it could take you. So that's my goal, like for people to listen to my music, to get substance, get a message, and also have fun, but also take away that you should always follow what you want to do and don't try to be like everybody else. yourself is enough.
Who is your biggest inspiration in hip hop?
My biggest inspiration in hip hop, it's a lot. I would definitely say L Boogie. Like she's my biggest inspiration in hip hop. Like I don't want to say she will wrap circles around females today, but she really would. Like, not that females today is trash. It's not even that. It's just she was on a different level intellectually, and it spilled into her music. It spilled into her music, and she made you feel it, and she made you think. And I guess today it's easier to just, make a song that will make people dance, but it takes real bravery to really put something into what you're saying, to get people to use their brain and think, because that's supposed to be the sole purpose of music, honestly. So I would definitely say her and Pac, because it's like the same thing, but Pac he fed us, so I would have to say them two for sure, Pac and Lauryn Hill for sure.
If you can speak to anyone, dead or alive, who would that be and why?
It would definitely be my grandmother. She always instilled being a queen. She always instilled good values in me. And I was named after her, so I was actually named after both of my grandmothers, but she always instilled in me to always follow my dreams and be myself. Like, being myself is enough. And I feel like a lot of people need to hear that, being yourself is enough. So if I can talk to anybody, it would definitely be my grandmother. So rest in peace, Granny.
True or false? Kanye West is the greatest artist to ever grace the face of the earth.
Is Kanye West the greatest artist to ever face the earth? Jesus. I don't want to say because Michael was before Kanye, so I don't want to say Michael's the greatest artist to ever face the earth, but he's definitely, I feel Kanye is definitely, there's a method to his madness for sure. And I think he definitely is a genius when it comes to music. And he's like I said, it's a method to his madness. We may not know the method to the madness. We may not know the method to the madness, but he's a blueprint. He's the blueprint for a lot of things that are happening today. So I would have to say that about Yeezy. Yeezy.
Where do you see yourself in music in the next 5 years?
I really don't focus on like getting accolades and stuff in music. Like I said, I really just do music, one, because I love it, two, because like I said, I'm not a good communicator, but if you want to know how I'm feeling, definitely listen to my music. Like, you'll be able to tell, like, oh, Mary was mad this day, or like Courtney pissed Mary off that day, or like Mary was sad that day, like when she made this. Like, anytime you hear my music, I want people to be able to connect with me versus like years down the line. Like, of course everybody wants to win awards and stuff like that. I that stuff, if it comes, I'm gonna be grateful. I mean, but if it doesn't, I'd rather have people connect with me than to focus on just getting accolades, I feel. But there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Okay. With you being the co-CEO of your own record label, Wi-Fi Entertainment, is Wi-Fi just a word, or is it an acronym? Does it have meaning?
So Wi-Fi Entertainment, it means Wi-Fi, we spell it YFY. So it stands for You Fear Yourself. So I feel like people stop themselves from doing what they want to do because they always second guess, or they'll tell somebody about what it is that they want to do, like in the future or eventually, and somebody will place their fears on them and then would discourage the person. And then all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, okay, like maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I should do this, or maybe I should go to school, which everybody should. But Wi-Fi is just basically you fear yourself. So if you just get out of the way of yourself, a lot can get done, and you never know what the outcome might be. You don't know what God has in store. Because he placed everybody different. We're not supposed to be the same. So everybody has a niche for something. You just gotta find it.